I did, by listening to you and following the things.
I am happy to help, but you have to make the change, so we thank you for changing your life.
Thank you so much. I have the life of my dreams. I don't work, and...
oh, yes, you do. Remember, just because it doesn't feel like work doesn't mean you're not doing anything. That's the whole key. You even have the saying on your planet, a labor of love is no labor at all. Because when you're in the flow, it doesn't feel like you're doing anything.
It's magic.
But you are still acting on your passions in service to humanity, we assume?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. I am the bridge to 5D, or to that higher vibrational frequency of living the life of the
being a third density being, tapping into the fifth density higher mind, merges together to allow you to uplift yourself to be a fourth density physical being.
Absolutely. Thank you. Really, thank you. So my question is, real quickly, did the world face a catastrophic event in the 1980s that erased history that caused the Mandela Effect? And if not, what is the Mandela Effect?
Now, sometimes it's just an issue of a person's memory being a little bit out of alignment. However, there is a true Mandela Effect, and the Mandela Effect is that every single moment that you redefine yourself in the present, you're actually changing the past. But as you expand your consciousness, sometimes you can now contain the memory of more than one past. And therefore, some people might say, no, history went this way, and they can be true about that. And another person can say, no, I completely remember it differently, and they can be true about that. So it's possible now, as you expand your consciousness, to remember more than one history, because you're changing your past every single time you change your present. But when you do that, for the most part, the idea of the past you now know was always your past has to present itself as if it was always your past for it to make sense linearly in your physical reality terms. But 5 minutes ago, you may not have had the same past at all. But whatever the new past is will make itself seem like that's always been the way the past was in order for you to live a life that makes sense in the present. But you're changing your past every moment that you change the present.
Okay, thank you, Bashar.
Does that explain it for you? That means no.
It does to a point, but for example, there's pictures, for example, of this man called Richard Simmons. And we all remember Richard Simmons wearing a headband. And now if you look on the internet, that doesn't exist. The only way you can find him with a headband are if you look for costumes of him. And then the costumes have the headband.
As I said, some remnants of other pasts can remain for some people. I'm talking physically. I'm not just talking ideas. I mean literally, you can find, shall we say, fossils of the old history interpenetrating your modern history because you're expanding your consciousness, and sometimes you're capable of seeing more than one history because they're all true.
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you.
Speak up.
Sure. I've travelled here from Ibiza, Spain to experience this moment.
You need to speak up.
Sure. Then here, I've just travelled from Ibiza, Spain to be here with you and this incredible audience.
All right.
So, hello, everyone. Are we able to reach a greater level of equilibrium, freedom, and abundance for all of humanity across all countries?
No. Remember, you never change the planet you're on. You shift yourself to a new, already coexisting version of Earth that already contains the reflections of people in a more harmonious state. You shift to new Earths all the time, literally billions of times per second. The other Earth still remains. So some people will decide to go and shift to versions of Earth where disharmony will remain. Some people will decide to shift to versions of Earth where there is more peace and harmony. So not everyone will choose the same thing based on whatever they believe they needed to experience as their soul's path. So it will seem as if everyone on the planet, the version of Earth you have shifted to, may have changed, but that doesn't mean the other version doesn't still exist, where many people may have gone down a completely different path than you may have chosen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense, because I think I've been in 5D for the last 4 years, so I get you. Are we able to enter a new era of positive technological advances successfully that won't be hindered by opposing forces and special interests and implement free energy, leading-edge medical technology and disclosure? Is it our purpose on Earth to see through this ascension? Are we able to flip the power structures so that they're mostly benevolently controlled?
Your purpose on Earth is to be yourself as fully as you can, to be your true self, your essential self. Your purpose is to realize what you are as an aspect of creation by discovering new perspectives of yourself on this journey you call physical reality, in this dream, so that you can add to the idea of the expansion of existence and creation. Because the structure of existence never changes. It is what it is. What changes is your relationship to it, your perspective of it, your experience of it. That's how creation expands. So your purpose is to be one of the aspects of Source that experiences itself in this way as your unique perspective, and to be true to that perspective, to be that authentic self, so that all that is has the benefit of the experience of you.
Thank you, Bashar. Pleasure to be here. Hi, everyone.
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
Oh, okay. Keep it there. Thank you. I'm short. I think a lot of people have asked a number of questions that were already on my mind, and I'm hoping you can help me demystify something of a personal nature now.
All right.
So, in 2015, I went through what people would call a really expansive spiritual awakening experience.
Yes.
And the way that I experienced that was it was an overnight transition. I went from having very little awareness to literally waking up the next morning suddenly feeling like something had shifted.
It can happen that way because something has shifted.
And to this day, I mean, I have questioned, was it a walk-in experience? Did I have a near death? Like, what actually happened that night for me?
A walk-in is not what most people think it is. A walk-in is more of the same soul expressing itself through the physical being. Remember earlier when we talked about the idea of the little crystal in the center of the soul expanding a bit and allowing more of the whole soul through it? That's what happened.
Right. It was so sudden, and one of the things that I experienced was I lost a lot of my earthly memories, like things that in my adulthood that actually happened suddenly became irrelevant. And so I've always wondered to this day, was it like a different me, or I think what you've explained now is more of the same, but with a different perspective maybe.
But a personality is an artificial construct.
Right.
So obviously, if you have more of your soul expressing itself through this conduit, you have to become a different person. So you literally are different people billions of times per second. But when you make, let's just say, a bigger leap, it might become more obvious that you're different, that you're truly another person. You may think you look the same, but you're not the same person, because more of you is coming through, and that requires you to be a different person with a different definition of who and what your reality actually is. And that's why the leap seems so big and so sudden, is because you were willing to let go of continuity to a certain degree and become more of your true self immediately, instead of going through a long process.
So what would then instigate another leap or another iteration?
Follow the formula.
Okay. Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you. I love it when humans ask, We understand the formula, but is there anything else that we need to know? When I tell you it's a complete kit, please go to your dictionaries and look up the word complete.
Aveo, Bashar.
Aveo.
So I went to Bell Rock yesterday and performed one of my songs. Did you see me? No?
Too busy being crushed on.
Okay. Well, I'm going to add to her because I've been crushing on you too. So I'm extremely grateful to be here with you, and this is just epic for me. So I have a couple questions, but
yeah.
I wanted to know, what is the significance and why do I feel different sensations on the right side of my body versus the left side or other parts of my body while I'm doing what I believe to be integration work on myself? And can you scan my body?
Because that's exactly what you're doing, is integrating the hemispheres of your brain and your neurological system. So you're feeling the differences that were there between the left and the right side, and you are feeling the integration happening in a neurological way.
Even though it's in like extremities, like my legs or my arms?
Yes, well again, you are bilateral. You have a left and a right side. Okay. Therefore, when you are working on the idea of integration, you are feeling the neurological network of your body, accepting the new frequencies and getting used to allowing those frequencies to flow along your nervous system. Oh. So you'll get used to it.
Sometimes it hurts, but it's not like a bad
I understand,
hurt.
But again, you'll get used to it. As soon as you open up and let go and don't have anything impeding the flow of that energy and that information, it will smooth out, it will harmonize, it will fully integrate, you'll get used to it.
Great, thank you.
Well, I have nothing to do with it.
So I've had many situations where I was pushing really hard to succeed at my goals, and I've learned from your teachings that I could still look at those things as a positive way. So I wanted to know if there's any specific reason in my soul contract why this is happening, and can you give me clarity on what I'm destined to be doing in this lifetime?
Being of service to humanity in whatever way represents your passion.
Is there any reason why things have stopped me in the past when I was pursuing? While things hindered my progress?
Yes, belief systems that you're holding on to that you believe serve you that don't.
I kind of knew you was going to say that.
How psychic of you.
I talk to you and listen to you as much as I can. That's it. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Okay, my question is, I want to know all about the multiverse, but I want to start small. I see everybody as their unique universe. You guys grew from a zygote, sperm, egg, merged, created a zygote, and now you are this beautiful universe, and we are one universe living in a universe, one universe within another. Yes. And then as I see the tree of life embodies that multiverse, each flower being a universe. Please tell us, enlighten us with that tree of life being a multiverse, or everybody here is a universe again, in a universe. So we're living in a multiverse within a universe. And also if that has any relationship with the ancient builder race, as my understanding, if Anki is the geneticist that tweaked us to be Homo sapiens, ancient builder race has anything to do with this whole subject? Because I don't believe they're just tweaking the material part, but also the energetics that has created this being, which is the tree of life, demonstrating or a concept of being the multiverse. Please, thank you.
There are many ways to understand, many perspectives to understand the idea of the multiverse. Connecting them to specific individuals who may have some understanding of how that works in your history can be one way of looking at it. They may have had knowledge of the multiverse that allowed them to do certain things, to manipulate physical, material things in a certain way that you haven't yet learned to do in this particular civilization that you exist in now. So yes, some of these ancient beings did tap into some of the higher levels of awareness of the multiverse to be able to do some of the things that they are reported to have done. Does that answer your question, or is there some other direction you wanted to go with it?
No, that answers my question. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Thank you.
Aveo.
Aveo. Hi, Bashar.
Do you know what Aveo means in our ancient language?
No.
It means in service. Aveo.
Aveo.
I am in service to you.
Wow, I love that. Thank you for sharing this meaning with me. Because I know I manifest this unexpectedly. I wasn't expecting that, but universe or my own higher self brought this miracle. And thank you for this interaction. And I love you so deeply.
Our unconditional love to you all.
And I'm going to meditate tomorrow on the bell rock. So maybe you will be giving you a lot of love from me.
More crushing.
Yes, I know. I was searching for this crushing words, but
Pretty soon I will be so flat it will be two-dimensional.
I want to bring you down to earth, you know. So what I experience, right? That will be physical experience.
Yes, do you have a question?
Yes, absolutely. My question, actually, I have this question in my mind for a long time. I know, I waken up to about 19, 20 years, but last couple of years, I know I've been activate my, those Kundalini energy. I attracted those light beings, and at first, I was very scared because they were just coming, beaming to me from everywhere.
Ooh, scary light
yes.
beams.
But I kind of, grown from that fear, and I send them love. Now I'm not fear about them. I love you all. But they just circling my face. I know they're coming to serve me, but so I want to ask, what's the purpose? The light being are just circling on my entire body.
To allow you to face your fears and let them go and rise your frequency to match their frequency. They're showing you what your true frequency is like.
Okay, so can I just take in a breath, taking this what you were saying?
Yes.
So I recognize that part I need give love because I am the one essentially creating everything. There's nothing.
You are creating your version of your reality. It doesn't mean other beings don't exist.
No. Yeah, okay, yes. So I attracting the outer reality matching to my vibration, right?
Yes,
My
yes.
thought form and all that
Yes.
level. So I need to raise up so I now understand I need to let go the fear. So in what way I need to raise my vibration to match the light beings?
By following the formula. I don't mean to sound redundant. Acting on your passion in service to humanity in some way, shape, or form will raise your frequency and allow you to be a better antenna to receive higher frequency information and experiences and encounters. So all you have to do is follow the formula. This is why we share it with all of you. So again, you don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to overthink it. It's an instruction manual. This is how you're creating your reality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Just follow it as precisely as possible if you wish to, and you will see that your life will unfold in an automatically timed way that serves you and serves everyone else to allow you to be who you authentically are. It is self-contained, self-perpetuating, self-guiding. It leaves nothing important out. Nothing. So, that's the easiest answer we can give you for how do I do this, and how do I do that, and how do I be of service, and how do I raise my frequency, and how do I find out who I really am, and how can I receive more information from my guides. follow the formula. This is why we give it to you.
Yes, yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hello, Bashar. My name is Coffee, and I have one question for you.
Yes.
So I've been pursuing levitation and helping to everyone to be able to levitate eventually. And I understand what you've said about the two balls in position A and position B. If you measure both frequencies and put one and overwhelm it with the position of B, that it could levitate, teleport, etc. But I was wondering if there was any kind of meditation or permission slip you would be able to give me to help me achieve levitation.
You have to understand that that's how levitation works, that you're redefining your position in space-time.
Okay, so...
It's not anti-gravity. It's the idea of I exist at a certain set of coordinates that represent space and time. Now I represent myself in space-time at a different set of coordinates. They happen to be up instead of over, but the idea is that you're doing this already all the time. It's how you move. It's how you create the sensation, the illusion of movement. Even when you're walking from one part to another, one place to another. In a sense, you're teleporting.
Oh.
It's just that you're levitating sideways.
Okay.
Instead of up. Because in your minds, up is different.
Right. So
because you think about things like gravity and so on and so forth. You have to stop thinking about that. You have to understand that there's no difference between up and down than there is left, right, forward, back. You have to enter that higher dimension of awareness that it's all the same. You just have to move up in the same way with the same degree of acceptance and ease that you move forward.
Wow, okay, I'm definitely going to internalize that. You've just confirmed that the human body can do this and I don't need any technology that would, but of course it could assist me, but I can do this with my human body.
Yes, you can, if it is relevant for you to do so.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
My name is Tony Ghazi. I'm from Washington, D.C.
Oh, all right.
You're going to be super proud of me because I've been following the formula. And ever since last July, I've exploded exponentially.
All right.
So I channeled the praying mantis beings.
Yes.
And they showed me yesterday, like through a session, this one being, he was almost translucent in a sense.
Yes.
And he was praying mantis, but throughout his body, all these circular, in a sense, galaxies, like through his mouth, like in his brain and his arms.
Yes, it's your perception of how that being is connected to universes.
Yes. Thank you for confirming that, because what came through is that it allows him to connect to other parallel realities.
Yes.
So all the portals already are within us.
Yes, they are.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I've been noticing many people are becoming more aware of the mantis beings.
Yes.
Would you like to elaborate more why specifically them now? Because like literally in the past
Because they are the overseers of the hybridization program.
Yes.
And therefore, as you approach a time when the hybrid children will be coming to live among you, you will be more aware of all the different aspects of the hybridization program and those involved. By the way, for the most part, those of you that find us are part of the program, whether you know it or not.
When you say us, you mean you, like your society?
Those of you that find us, that relate to our vibration, attract yourself to these conversations, these interactions, are usually part of the hybridization program.
Oh, thank you. Because I had no idea I was going to be picked. So thank you. Thank you for that confirmation.
You are welcome.
I love you, Bashar.